Hi viewers, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela Web Dev. In this video, we will learn how to create the module in an Angular application using the Angular CLI ng generate command. So just like how we have created the component service, these all things we have seen, right? In the same scenario, we can also create a module. Now you need to understand that why we need to create a module. The module why we will be creating in an Angular is, so for example, if you have any feature, you want to add that feature in a separate structure, in a separate folder or anything. If you want to separate the feature, then you will be creating a module for that feature. So that for that feature or module, you will be having a separate set of components, services, directives or anything. Okay. So for that reason, for that feature, we will create a module, and whatever the components that are included in that module or in that feature will be added in that module. So right now, for our entire application, if you try to see, this is our entire application. That means the entire application is one feature, let's assume. So for that feature, we have app.module.ts. This is the root module. This is the main module, something like that. We can tell any name, root module or main module or anything. So this is our main module. Now let's think that we have a login module. Okay, login module means login feature. In that login functionality, what are the features you will be having? You'll be having a login functionality, register functionality, something like sign up functionality, forgot password, reset your password. These all comes under this login functionality itself, authentication function feature, anything. So now instead of adding that feature in the app module, we will be creating that login functionality with that features in a separate module, so that we can call it whatever the thing. Let's call it as login module, and in that module we can create the component so that it will be having separate set of feature like that. So that is called as a module in an Angular application. Angular application module is nothing but if you have a feature in your application, all the features are divided into a separate modules respective to that feature. So these all modules combined become the application. This is how the module works. Now for example, let's say that we need to create a login module. How can we create in the Angular application? Now the command what we can use is ng generate, G for generate. Okay, so I am keeping G only. Now the module, so let's try to create a M or module. You can write whatever the name you want, you can write it. So shorthand notation, that is M. Now I want to give the name of the module. So the name of the module is login, let's assume. Okay, the login functionality, whatever the name it may be. So it may be login or anything, whatever you can give it, login. That's it. Now I want to check that what are the files that are going to be created. Now before creating, we need to check that what are the files, right? So what we can do, we can use the -d option. That is nothing but dry run. Now if I press enter, let's try to see what are the files that are going to be created. So the dry run is very useful for us. Why? Because before creating the files, the command what are the files that are going to create, if you want to cross check, means this dry run will be very useful, right? Now here if you try to see, only one file is created here in the app folder. In new folder has been created with the name of the module login, and in that login new file is created, that is nothing but login.module.ts file. Okay, fine. Let's try to run the command without using the dry run. Now I am pressing enter. Now the file will be created, the login folder. Inside that login folder, login.module.ts has been created. Fine, we are able to see the login folder, right? And if I try to open this one, you will be able to see the login.module.ts. Let's close this one and open this login.module.ts. And in this one, if you try to see, here one import is there, common module. So for every feature modules or anything, so other than app module, so we need to add this common module, so that these all the functionalities and all those things, common functionalities will be very useful. ngIf, these all things will be there, right? Which we will be using common things. ngIf for these all the directives and all those things will be useful. So this is the common module. Okay. Whereas in the app module, there will be no common module. There will be a browser module. In the app module itself, there will be a browser module. Remaining all, you will be having a common module. Now here, this is the module that has been created. Now in this module, I want to create a component. What is the command we will be using? ng-gc. I want to create the component login, just as the name of the whatever the name of the module is there. I want to create the same name, the component. So login -d. I am using the dry run. So now what are the files that are going to be created and in which module that component will get updated in the declarations. Let's try to see it. Now here when I try to press the enter, now let's try to see in which folders it is going to be created. Now yeah, here if you try to see, as the component name is a login, folder will be created with the name login. Already the folder is there with the login. Why? Because we have created a module with the name login. So for that reason, already the folder is existing. And in that login folder, you are able to see this login.component and these all the files are going to be created. And automatically the component, whatever the component that is created, the login component, it is getting updated in the login.module.ts instead of app.module.ts, right? So why is this happening is, always the Angular CLI command searches for the nearest module file. Where is that immediate module file where it is present? The immediate module file, if it is present, means it will add this component in that module itself. The immediate login file, immediate module file here in the login is, in this login the component will be created, right? So for that reason, the immediate module file is the login.module.ts only. So that's why for that reason it is created in the login.module.ts. For example, let's assume that you have something like sign in. Okay, I have something like sign in, not login. Now if you try to see where this in which module it will be get updated, so let's try to see it. Now I have created the sign in. Let's try to create dry run, we are saying, and yeah, here this time it has created a sign in folder. Why? Because the component name is sign in, and in that sign in folder all the component related files are created. But now this time the module file which is going to be updated is the app module, not login module. Thus for the why? Because so the sign in folder will be created in the app, and the nearest module is the app.module, not login module. Why? Because login module is present in the login folder, but in the same level the app module is present. So for that reason in the app module it will be get updated. But now my situation is in such a way that I don't want this component to be updated in this app module. I want this component to be updated in the declared in the login module. So what can I do here? I can create a component so that I need to tell that in which module I want to declare it. So you can mention it with an option -m, and also you can mention the login. Okay, so this is the login module. Now if you try to press the dry run, let's try to see where this module will be, which module will get updated. Let's try to see. Now if I see, if I did now this time, so previously without mentioning the module it is getting updated in the app module, but right now if I given the module -m login, now this time it is updated in the login.module.ts. Fine, right? This looks perfect, right? So this is the scenario I wanted. So now let's try to run it without using the dry run. Now let's try to see in login module how that going to be updated. So if I try to run this, now if you try to see here in the sign in, so the sign in component.ts file is got updated, and in the login.module.ts, if you try to see in the declarations, sign in component has been declared and it also got imported here. So this is how we will be creating the module, and also we will be updating the component in the respective module. Okay, hope you understood about this creating a module and adding the components, respective components in the module. If you try to see, if you try to open the documentation for this one, here you will be able to see ng generate module and the name with the options. So GM is the shorthand notation, and here the options -- flat. We already know that if you don't want to create the folder for the module, so you can use -- flat with the boolean false. -- module, the declaring ng module it will be, and here -- project means what I can say, declaring ng module means it will be imported in that module. The module will be imported in that module. Now here, what is this one? Project. So if you have multiple projects like that. So the routing thing. So in next videos we'll try to see the routing concept also. So how to create a routings and all those things using Angular CLI. So this is all the things that are mentioned. Okay, we hope you understood about this creating a module. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.